Hey there, it's me, Joe Poliak with Rise Homes, local San Francisco Bay Area real estate agent. Thanks again for joining me for another video. And today I'm going to talk about the 5 things that you need in order to write a compelling offer in a multiple offer, competitive environment like we have here in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you are a buyer or somebody looking to buy a home in the near future, this is something that you and your agent should have discussed already or should be planning on discussing, is how to create a nice, compelling offer that will cause the sellers to want to accept your offer rather than somebody else's. This advice rings true whether you are in the San Francisco Bay Area or anywhere in the country where it is a competitive market. Number one, you need to have, first and foremost, a purchase contract or a purchase agreement. In the San Francisco Bay Area, we use one of three. We use either the PRDS, which is the one used on the peninsula, sometimes, not very often, the CAR, C-A-R, California Association of Realtors, or San Francisco Association of Realtors purchase contract. Those are the three purchase agreements that are commonly used. So your agent is responsible for making sure they prepare this document along with any other associated documents, like the buyer representation document, possible representation of more than one buyer or seller, contingency removal document, and anything else, any other addendums or advisories that need to be prepared in order to submit a good, strong offer. And this purchase agreement needs to be fully completed and needs to be as clean as possible, meaning that there's not any kind of iffy request for credit or anything that's not normally done, in order for the selling agent to the seller's agent to feel confident in your offer. So that's your agent's job. Number two is a pre-approval letter. It's very important that you get a full pre-approval, sometimes known as an underwritten approval. And it's important because if you just have like a pre-qualification letter where the lender has not pulled your documentation and is not confident that you are going to get approved for a loan, then you cannot write an offer with no contingencies. So you need a strong pre-approval letter. You need to already provide your documentation and everything that the lender requests before writing the offer, so that you have a strong pre-approval letter, so that you know you're prepared, you know what you actually can afford, and you actually have a pretty strong approval from the lender before even writing offers. That's very important in a competitive market. Number three is a proof of funds document. So where is your down payment coming from? If it's coming as a gift, or if it's coming from your stocks or whatever, you just need that documentation. Of course, black out account numbers before you send it to your agent so that they can provide that to the seller. The reason why we provide that is because along with the pre-approval letter, the proof of funds shows that you can afford the house. And that's important when a seller is deciding on which one of the offers to take. It's not always going to be the highest price. It's also going to be which one is a bird in the hand versus two in the bush. So they may take a lower offer if by $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, if they're confident, more confident that this one is going to close because they provided the purchase agreement, pre-approval letter, and proof of funds. In addition to this, number four, fully signed disclosure package. See, in our area, most listing agents provide pre-sale inspections and a full disclosure package with everything associated with a property known by the seller. They provide that to the buyers ahead of time before offers are being accepted. And so that allows buyers to do their due diligence and review all of the disclosures and make sure they're okay with everything in there. By initialing and fully signing them, you as the buyer are acknowledging receiving the seller's disclosure package, so that when we provide that with the offer, we're saying, hey, we've read everything, we've looked through everything, and we're ready to go, and we're prepared, and we know what is associated with this property. Number five, and this might be one of the more important ones that people often forget. It is a cover letter or a love letter to the sellers. It is telling the sellers about you, about who you are, a picture of you and your family, or your dogs, or your kids, or whoever else, whatever looks cute and looks adorable and looks wonderful, that the seller would appreciate. Because at the end of the day, people want to know who is buying their house. In addition to that, it's a love letter to the sellers to tell them about how much you love the property, how great it is, all the wonderful things about it. And this kind of flatters the seller. So believe it or not, most sellers read these and look at these. Obviously, if your offer is $100,000 below another one, then it's not really going to make a difference. But if your offer is within $50,000, $30,000, $20,000, I have had sellers accept offers that were as much as $40,000 or $50,000 less than the highest one, simply because of a strong, compelling cover letter. The reason for that is that those particular people inherited the house that was purchased for like $20,000. They were selling it for $1.5 million. And it was really important to them that a good family buys the property. I hope this video was helpful. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, etc. And looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks.